welcome to our 16th video in our series about all the different aspects of Legends of Eisenwald that we're going step by step through by going through the first campaign. So I am going to be talking about sieging castles, but this time we're the one being sieged rather than the one doing the sieging. One thing I'm going to do before this happens is I'm going to try this. It's not so easy. I'm going to try to put our Mystic in the front line. Before I didn't have him in the front line because there were one sieging, and if he was in the front line he would simply take too much damage and he would definitely die. This case he won't die, but he may not be terribly effective. But at least it'll be a more interesting battle. It's less interesting if you're just standing back doing only his little buff. Okay, so we're going to start the timer here, and then this will cause the guy to come back, and he will be very upset that we've taken over his castle, so we'll let him attack us. And in attacking us, you'll notice he's taken a fair amount of damage. So here we need to buff different guys, and so the one that of course is the weakest is Balthazar. So we will use the buff that we have to buff him first. So now he's less vulnerable. And our bowman can take out this enemy bowman or take out the healer woman. The healer woman is the one that can actually prolong the battle the most, so we might as well get her out of the way. This bowman isn't going to be able to do that much damage because he'll attack this bowman because all these other guys had much higher ranged. Anyway, in this one case, his defense is 17. We're actually, I think we have to be a bit more aggressive here. And let's see, he has, I think he has a skill here with his thing that acts somewhat like the spear that I was talking about before, the halberd strike. Yeah, here it is. It ignores 70% of a unit's melee's defense. If the target is a mounted unit, it decreases his balance. Okay, so it's not one where he gets the precursor attack, but if he does get to attack, it's a pretty devastating attack, which means that we need to take him out as soon as we possibly can. So I don't really think it really matters here that we can add this defense to one of them, but if he gets a chance to hit any of these guys, they pretty much have had it. I'll go ahead and buff, I don't know, doesn't really matter, maybe him. So he attacked our hero, which is the only attack that guy's going to really get in. And we don't really have to worry about our hero too much after this point because these guys are going to these two are going, it's going to be the crossbowmen and these two guys that are going to gang up on him now. So he will attack, and he needs to attack from this side so this other guy can also attack forward. So we're trying to take this guy out. Now the problem with taking him out, of course, is he has 27 points of defense, so we're not doing a lot of successful no, the one thing we can do is we can use invigoration. So he has now let's see, we increased his defense. Yeah, our hero buff didn't really do very much in this case because these were already kind of high. The invigorations actually can do more. She can add a whole 27 points of health to this guy, so if he were to attack him he would definitely survive. So let's go ahead and do that. So that will make him 92. So even though he has a very strong attack of 60, where 70% of it ignores the armor, he still has so much health that that's not going to matter. Now we have our second herbalist woman, and she can also, I think, do the same thing to this guy and increase his health. So now his health is kind of ridiculous, is 87. So now he can walk forward and also attack. And these are both guys attack. And the reason he survived with all that going on was because he was invigorated and his health was raised so much. Now the crossbowman, I need to make sure he's taken out before he has a chance to take him out, but I think that's not a problem. So now the crossbowman can focus on him, slowly but surely take him down. our priest can now might as well increase the attack of the next ones that get to really attack, which is attack them by 7. Doesn't really matter. 7 and 7. Now the crossbowman, or excuse me, the bowman will take out the other bowman, so he can't do any true damage. And then let's see, he can now buff. Might as well buff the one, but he only is like buffing him by 2, which is kind of insane. So we'll go ahead and buff him a little bit. And now he can go here and do 23 points of damage, which is enough to finally take out that guy. So finally we won this battle, and our hero got to do an upgrade, which we will quickly do. So now we got this, we accomplished our main goal, and we can now look at upgrading our hero. So in terms of upgrading our hero, it pretty much is very obvious with the Mystic. You want to get to punishing fire so he can move to use his little fire attack, and the only way that's going to happen is he first needs stream. So that's what his upgrade is going to be. Okay, that's it for this video, and then we will hopefully conclude with the next video with the last and final battle.